Hello.
We're live, y'all. Tune in. Tag a friend. Click the share button if you haven't shared already. It's hashtag Makeup Mondays. And I got a guest here, y'all. I got a guest with me. So welcome. If this is your first time joining, there you go. Thank you, Cirilla. Hey, we want you to type those comments, okay? Because we'll have them come across the screen so that we can see and we can answer your questions. Hello, Tanisha. And if you're a beauty consultant, you can actually share this live into your customer group, whether it's private or public, and you can share it into your business page, whether it's private or public. Okay, so share it, and it's like you're having a party, but I'm doing it for you. How amazing is that? And so I want you all to share it. And if you're a guest watching, thank you for taking the time tonight to tune in with us for our makeup. This series we got going, we're doing different tips every time. So it's amazing. And so you can always do the @ symbol and tag a friend, okay? And you can share to your personal pages if you like as well. The more shares, the more hearts we get, the better. And if you're watching from YouTube, because we're streaming on all platforms, be sure to comment as well because we can see it, and to hit that little bell in the YouTube corner so you'll get notified every time we go live. And that is @ Inez K. Jones. That is my social media handle for all platforms, okay? You can follow me. I go live on Mondays, I Makeup Mondays, and I also go live on Thursdays with different topics that help you as a person. So hello, Deborah. She's watching from YouTube. Okay. Monica, thank you. She loves the YouTube videos. All right, let's get to it. Y'all know I don't like to waste no time. So last week we did a bomb tutorial. If you missed it, you better go back and watch the replay, okay? It was fire. This week we got none other than one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. It's my baby sister. We got Mowani, and she is @ Mowani Bay on Facebook. Mowani Bay. And so Mo, as she loves to be called in short, is gonna show us how to do these wild brows. Okay, we're gonna get the brows on fleek, right? This time we're doing the wild brows. And so she actually is gonna walk us through that. And she loves makeup. She's so good at it. She is a part of my miracle area, of course. And she is a college student, y'all. She's only 19 years old. She's a junior. And she is working this thing. And I mean, who doesn't like makeup? And so I love that our makeup is universal. It can be used for all different ethnicities, all different ages. And so I just want to bring some talented folks to you to show you how great it can be. And so I will turn it over to Miss Mowani hello, Kimberly, so that she can talk you through how to do your wild brows. Oh, Monica says you're so much fun. Last week was awesome. Thank you. So we got our loyal faithfuls. Tune in every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Look, that's our mama. She said, go, Mo. I know that's right. All righty. So go ahead, Mowani, you take it away, and you talk us through how do we get these wild brows. And yes, and consultants, anyone watching, when you have questions or comments, type of way. The more you comment, the better. I got some free giveaways, right? And if you're a consultant and I call your name, then just know we'll pass it on. But comment away with any questions. We want you to ask questions. We want this to be interactive. Live up Monday class with Mary Kay Makeup, y'all. Go ahead, Mo.
Okay, hey guys, I hope you all are doing well, given everything that's going on, everybody's staying safe and whatnot. So I'm so excited to do the eyebrows because this is my favorite part of my makeup routine, and it's probably the longest part of my makeup routine. When I have everyday events that I want to do, I usually focus on my eyebrows and make my eyes my focal point. So eyebrows are the most important. When I do my face, I like to start off with a clean face. I wash with the Naturally Set by Mary Kay, and then I follow up with the Nourishing Oil Drops. Now these are my absolute favorite. These are sweet almond oil drops, and they work for everything. I had some really bad eczema growing up. I've had it forever and struggled to find things that work for it. And I get really dark scars from it. But one day, I had a patch of eczema under my eye, and this was shortly after I first started using the Naturally line. And I was using this oil as a moisturizer, and I noticed that the patch started going away. So I decided that I would try it on the inner arms and my neck, keep doing it on my eye and the backs of my knees. And today it looks like I'm perfectly fine. You can see nothing, no scars, which is ridiculous compared to some of the things that I've had to go through. Because I know how much it heals with the scarring, I thought that, ladies, we could use it for some shaving things. So, when you're shaving and you're on the go, or when your hair begins to grow back wherever with the razor bumps and everything, this is a go-to. You know that itchy feeling it gets when your hair starts growing back? This is it. The Naturally Nourishing Oil Drops is a must-have in anybody's makeup, skincare. Even if you don't do makeup, it's good to just have. Even men use it.
Wait a minute, hold on. Mo, I'm like, wait a minute, they're the bomb. And we know it's not skincare, but it's Mary Kay. We can't help but tell y'all the best thing. So you have to have a good palette before you get started. And this almond oil, baby. Did y'all hear her? I don't know if y'all heard her, because she shocked me when she said it. Ladies, you can use this down in yonder after you shave, and it helps with the bumps. Okay. Amazing. You can use it anywhere. So it helps with bumps, and it helps her with her eczema. Her arms used to be really, really dark black. I told her we're going to try to get a before and after picture so you all can see, but this is what did it. This almond oil. And like she said even her man uses it. Men use the oil as beard oil. They use it in their hair.
Oh my gosh,
use it in our hair. You can use it on your skin. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you for bringing that up.
So it's one of my favorite
and someone
things.
Said that someone said that she heard good things about the oil drops. Veronica, yes, thank you, Veronica. They're amazing.
Wonderful.
Go ahead, Mom.
So like I said, starting with your eyebrows, you have to have a good clean face with a good start to it. So moisturize skin, primer, which brings me to my next step. I like to use the eye primer just before I do my eyebrows, because you're using concealer, you're using powder to set it eventually. So you need to have something for it to grip to, especially since you've just washed your face. You probably put on your moisturizer. Your face is a little slick. So I go in with our Mary Kay eye primer, which is usually what you think around here, but you can always drag that up around here for your under eye needs. So I just start by putting a small amount on my finger, working it in here, and then I just work it into my whole eye, both eyes. And you don't need much. A little bit goes a super long way. It goes a long way. So prepping for your eyebrows is probably what you would think prepping for your makeup is. You have to take just as much care of that part of your face as you do anything else. So I have a couple products that I like to use before I get going anywhere. So ladies, we love to keep our eyebrows thick, and this works for your lashes too. This is the Lash and Brow Building Serum, which everyone in my family swears by. This helps grow your lashes, your eyebrows.
Oh, use it for everything. It's amazing.
It's the best.
It's amazing. It's my favorite product. And it helps to grow your eyebrows and your lashes, y'all. It's a miracle in a bottle, okay? You know, we're the miracle area. This is a miracle. And if you don't have it, you never tried it, you better get you one. You better tell your consultant right now and put it in your cart, okay? Because this is a girl's best friend. You hear me? It will grow because, see, she's blessed with vivacious brows. Y'all saw when she got close. She had, listen, I didn't get that gene, okay? So right up in here, it does not grow in unless I have some help or I put some filling, okay? And so this really is the goat of all of the eye products, in my personal opinion. And it's our lash and brow building serum. Thank you for adding that in there. And so far, you oiled with our almond oil, the lash brow and builder serum to help you grow it. And you do that in the morning and night. And she add eye primer and morning and night. Just actually 3 weeks, you see the difference when you do the lash brow and building serum. I forgot to say that. So that is an amazing thing. And now you're going in, right?
Yep. So now that I've got my face all prepped for the makeup, I go in and I start with our eyeliner brush. So I don't use the tip for eyeliner. I will end up using this tip for concealer. This is the type of tip that you're going to want to apply your concealer and make the cleanest and straightest lines to get those really like picture perfect, Instagram photo worthy eyebrows that you're looking for. So this is a new brush for me. I'm really excited. I love my brushes. And so they usually come with the toolie straight. Me personally, I just like to bend it a little bit. This gives you a little better of an advantage when you're trying to brush up your eyebrows. It makes it easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by brushing our eyebrows upward and outward because we want to make sure that we can see any gaps between our actual hairs, and we want to make sure that they're orderly. So first step, I brush my eyebrows up and out. So you all see I have a little bit of hair here that can get cleaned up, but I'm just going to end up covering that with concealer. So now that we brushed our eyebrows up into place, just pull my hair back. I'm going to go in with our Precision Brow Liner. I like brunette. This is one of my favorite colors. So my favorite tip about using these is to be sure to warm your makeup before you use it. So if you're a person like me whose house tends to be a little cold and your makeup sits colder than room temperature or what we would think room temperature should be, I like to start by rolling it up and rubbing it between my fingers. And then I rub the tip on my hand a little bit so I can start to see the makeup and how it's going to come on, and then it'll start to easily apply with lighter swipes. So,
yes, Cyrilla says bend the tip of the eyebrow brush for better angling. Thank you for that tip, yes. Mo. And you said you use brunette, right? And so I just wanted to chime in there because we have a few different colors. We have something for everyone. So I use actually our black brown. And so we got black brown, we have brunette, we have dark brunette, and we also have classic blonde. And so it's just dependent upon, your preference and your eyebrow hair colors, really. And so we have something for everyone. And one of those few actually works for anybody.
Definitely. I find myself changing my eyebrow pencil or liner color depending on the hair color that I have. So I just recently went dark again from having a much lighter color, 30 or a 27 if you're familiar with hair colors, which is like a honey blonde of sorts. And with that, I use the lighter brown that I'm using now because you don't want your eyebrows to not match your hair, of course, but I'm not going to put honey brown or bleach my eyebrows. So I went with the lighter brown instead to make it blend better. But now that I'm back dark, brunette has been my friend. And if I, as the winter comes and stuff, then you tend to use darker colors. But in the summer, you want to keep your face a little more open. So you don't want to use anything that's too dark because it'll bring you down and it'll bring your face older with age, if that makes sense. So
up and out. It's always up and out. When each time is up and out when you're using it.
Up and out. So we've prepped our tip of this eyebrow precision liner. And when I start, I like to start from the front of my eyebrow, right underneath. I make a very light line right here. And I do it in small strokes because this gives me more control over the way the path of the line is going. So now I'm just bridging a small gap here that I had between where I had hair here and where I had hair here because, you know, my eyebrows aren't perfect. So I'm going to make a small line. And as you get towards the tail of your eyebrow, you're going to make those lines darker and more distinct because remember, you start off lighter to give it this ombre look. We're going for very natural. We're not trying to overly do it. You don't want super dark brows because it's obviously drama. We're going for a natural look. So we're going to go back and just keep tracing this line until it is defined enough where I can say, well, I see that line and that is the bottom of this eyebrow. So this is a defined line. And if you're unhappy with the way this arch is in, you could just swipe up.
Hey, Kia.
Hey. And you can just redo it. So now that I've started the bottom of this eyebrow, I'm going to go to the top of the eyebrow. So no, you would think that we would go and brush your brows back down, but you don't want to do that because this gives you a naturally fuller look. It makes it easier to fill in, easier to find gaps where you need to add more color to your skin. So I'm going to extend my brush a little more. So when you start for the top of your brow, you're not going to start from the very beginning. You're going to start from, I want to say about half an inch back. And that's where you start making the line for this. Doing the exact same thing that you did with the other eye, well, with this other line. And you're just creating an arch. And then here, you bring your lines to meet at the tail. And be sure to darken places that you feel like you have gaps and clean up that line as you go. So for me, you see that I'm focusing on the tail because this, the end of my eyebrow is where most of my gaps are. So I make this especially darker, focusing on this because this is how you get the drama, but this is also how you keep it natural looking. So the further inward of your face you go, the lighter strokes you want to take. And it's okay if it's not perfect when you're doing it because you are going to go back with concealer. So don't worry about not being able to control it or thinking that it doesn't look perfect because it doesn't have to. For my personal preference, I go in the very front extremely lightly after I've done everything, just until I get a little bit of brow there because my concealer is going to do most of the work for me at the top. That's what's going to give me that defined look. But you know, you don't want it to look choppy, so you have to make a small line, blending out just to make sure that it looks natural and normal. So we've got all of that. So this is my brow. It doesn't look perfect by any means. We're going to compare brows. This is the brow I haven't touched. It's just been prepped with primer and eyelash primer and the oil drops. So
The eye primer?
Yeah, so I mean, this is just this side of my face is prepped with the primer and the oil that I used after I washed my face, but there's no makeup on it. So this is just a comparison to see where we're at this far.
Hey, Dana. Thank you so much. She's typing all the tips that you're giving. light, short strokes. Color is buildable. Yes, so true. And it already looks really good. Like, and you just did it with a pencil. So you kind of outline it first. I gotta start doing that. So you out first underneath and you outline it on top. And now, did you do an angle in the inner corner? Did you do like a square? Do you do a round? Do you do like a slanted?
So me personally,
what's the angle that people?
So for my eyebrows, everybody has their own eyebrows, so everybody's shape is going to be different. So your angle will be different because of your shape. But if you're a beginner, I would say go find a picture there where you just got your eyebrows threaded, waxed, or what have you, or where you just had a makeup artist professionally do your makeup, and try to go based off of what that looks like, what your eyebrows look in that picture. if you're starting to learn how to do
So
other
you can do
people's
any
makeup,
other angle.
yes, you can. You can do multiple angles. For me personally, I want to say that I hold my pencil not directly, what is it, diagonally, but I tilt it just a little bit. So I'm allowing myself to be able to make strokes. So as you see, I'm just going in and like Cirilla noted, the color is buildable. So I go back in on my ends just to make sure that it's dark enough for what I'm going for. And as you can see, there is a bit of a harsh line, but that's okay because on the other end of our eyelash brush, we have that spoolie, and this is going to be crucial in blending the color in your eyebrows, but we're not there yet. So the next step that I take is, since I'm going for a natural look, instead of using concealer as an actual concealer under my eyelash, under my eyebrow line, I use my foundation. I love this Time Rise Matte 3D
Oh,
foundation. This is my favorite.
yes, it's
My
the best
favorite. I
foundation
swear by
ever.
it. Yes, I swear by it. It's up there. Like this is my number one go-to. So you see me holding two
And
bottles
it
because
lasts
I
like
have two
12
colors.
hours, y'all. 12
Yeah, it's
hours.
crazy.
It
The
lasts.
hold is crazy. Um, I have two colors because I have two different colors. During the winter, I'm much more pale. During the summer, I get a tan. So I have two colors. Ladies, you should always have both of your
And
colors
most
throughout the
people
year.
should have two colors. Yes.
Yes, most people will have two colors. So it's important that when you're first buying your makeup, or even, just seasonally as you get darker, to update your foundation color and make sure that you're still the right color, because your foundation color will change during the year.
And that foundation actually comes in luminous or matte. So depending upon your skin
Right.
type, whether you're oily or normal to dry, your consultant can match you with the perfect match. And if you didn't know, you can also go to your consultant's website, okay? So the website, or if you're watching and you're one of my guests, then go to my website. And you can do the foundation match online, computerized from our websites. Like if you didn't know, oh my goodness, it's a great tool. So in this virtual world, we can still get you a perfect match. And it's 100% satisfaction guarantee on all products. Okay, so if it's not the right color, don't worry, we got you. We'll swap it out, and it's no big deal because Mary Kay is gonna reimburse us. And if it's one of our products with the good housekeeping seal, then Mary Kay Corp is gonna get reimbursed too. So don't even worry about it. We want you to be happy. So you're doing your foundation now, and you use that on top of the eye primer, and you're doing that in lieu of concealer or in addition to?
In lieu of concealer, because for me, this is my everyday look. A concealer will give you a harsher line, which signifies that you typically have on more of a full face. For me, this is the beginning of my everyday look, which really just consists of eyebrows, a little bit of my favorite Lash Love Panorama mascara, and some foundation under eye with color correcting instead of concealer. So
yes.
So my color is beige N210. My favorite. I have the matte 3D version of this. It's my favorite. It gives you such a gorgeous, polished, finished look. So I'm gonna plug these off. So these are the facial cleansing cloths. I use them instead of using the paper towels to wipe makeup off your hands or get it off your brush with my brush cleaner or with my makeup remover, depending on what I'm using it on. Or even sometimes just by itself, because they do come pre-soaked in a solution, and when you wet it, it's a little soapy. So sometimes I could just use it by itself. So this is just me cleaning off that color that I just used for my brow. And because I'm gonna put my foundation on the back of my hand instead. So a little bit goes a long way for this, but you probably will end up doing a little more. I love this foundation, so I don't want to waste it. So I start with, just a little drop on my hand. Like you see, it runs a little bit. You got a little goes a long way, like I said. So you got a lot of room to wiggle with this. So I'm taking the end of our eyeliner brush. It's usually used for the gel eyeliner, but I'm using it for my foundation or concealer, as we're using in this case right now. I did both sides in it, so it's well coated. You want to make sure that all the bristles are coated. And then you're going to start with the short end going inward like this. And you're going to make a distinct straight line in those same small strokes. And this is just cleaning up the color and, stray hairs or what have you that you haven't gotten cleaned up or you haven't gotten a chance to get your eyebrows waxed. And I just bring the color down. And then you go back through, you go back in and you make sure that you hit every spot that you want. I still feel like I could clean up right in here. So I'm going to add some more makeup to my brush because you want it to be bountiful. You don't want to be struggling to get makeup on there. It should be a lot on here so it just glides right on. And I'm going to just keep cleaning them up and making my lines as straight as possible. And I drag my concealer out to the middle of my nose because both of your eyebrows, you want them to be kind of even. So as for a trick for when I start my next eyebrow, to make sure that they're even, I'm going to take this line that I dragged out to my nose and just connect it over there when I do my other eyebrow to make sure that it's even.
Oh my goodness, you're teaching me something new. Okay, I love it. So I'm dragging it out and going all the way across.
Yes, and cleaning it up pretty much takes the longest amount of time. If you're like me and you're a perfectionist, you're going to be going through and getting any of the
Look, it must run in our genes. It must run in our genes.
So then here's the next trick. To make your blending life easier, instead of having this harsh line, you begin to
have a question here.
Drag. Yep. Does it feel heavy or cake
on your brows?
No. So
I think she's talking.
Mm-hmm. So I know that it seems like there's a lot of makeup on here, but like I said, this foundation a little bit goes a super long way. So this is very minimal amount of makeup on my face right now. And then in addition to that, it's not just going to sit there on a line like that because we're going to end up dragging it down, which thinnens it out and makes sure that you don't have that cakey feeling because nobody likes that. And then there's another step that we're going to take.
Kimberly.
There's another step that we're going to take to make sure that it's not cakey. We have our translucent loose powder, which we'll use as a setting powder underneath here. And that'll take away all of the sticky texture and kind of give it a smooth finish. So you won't have that cakey or creased look that happens sometimes. So like I said, I'm just dragging it down to make blending easier. It looks light, but as time goes on, oxidation will happen to the foundation and it will get darker and conform to my skin tone. Plus, there will, be some blending and stuff involved. So all of that will be taken care of. So I'm going to add some more makeup to my brush, and then now I'm going to do the top of my eyebrow. And now this is what a lot of people miss. A lot of people do the bottom of their eyebrow with their concealer, but they forget to do the top, which really cleans it up and gives it that professional look. So we're gonna start, again, towards the middle of this eyebrow. And we're just gonna add the makeup, lining it lightly. And remember, this foundation is also buildable. So a little bit goes a long way. You can always go back and add more if you don't feel comfortable with what you did. So I've just gone through, cleaned up a few bits. And I decided that I think I took a little bit too much off my tail. So I'm going to just go back in with the pencil, drag it down a little bit. Now, doing your eyebrows always takes time. Like I said, this is the longest part of my makeup routine because you really want to get it perfect, especially if it's like an everyday look. So as you can see, just from the step that we're in, it looks much better than this eyebrow. And we're in a stage where it's almost complete. We just need a little more color, a little more cleaning, And then we'll be able to blend the makeup and add our setting powder. So this is me just wiping off any of the concealer that I may have gotten on my eyebrow where I want it to actually be darker color. And now I'm going to go back in with a little more concealer and just clean up that little, uh-oh.
So you really spend a lot of time on your eyebrows. And do you always do your eyebrows first before everything else?
Yes. So I always do my eyebrows first because, like I said, this is like the center of my makeup routine. I can go without the mascara, without the concealer, but my eyebrows have to be done, okay? So, especially if I'm in a rush, this is the first thing I do. So now you can see that I've dragged the concealer out past where my eyebrow is, towards the middle of my face again, so I can connect it to the other eyebrow when I decide to do it. And then I would do the other eyebrow. Now this is another part that a lot of people miss. So I put just a little bit of makeup. You really want to, let me show you how to do this. You really want to push the brush on your hand to get the excess makeup out, because this one you don't need to have an abundance of makeup. So it should look vaguely like this. Like there's makeup, but not a whole lot. You can still see some bristles. You're going to turn it to the long side of this slanted tip. And you're just going to drag it up and make it crisp. So that gives us our box.
Okay, so that's how you get the shape. That's how you get the shape. Okay. And you're going to finish one complete eyebrow for us, right? We're going to finish this eyebrow here so we can see the difference. That's how you do it. I love it.
Yeah. And then now that I've got that line there, you just want to make sure that everything matches. So just clean up a little more. Concealer, like we said, is our friend. Foundation in this case is our friend. I use foundation because, like I said, I want it to be natural. I don't want the concealer to be too harsh, and since I'm not going to do a full face of makeup, I won't be able to blend it out without it being noticeable. So now that I've got this, where I want it to be, I'm going to take just a little more color in the front, because after we blend out the concealer, we're going to blend out the color as well. So I'm just going to go in the front a little bit and just shade this in right here. Not at the very tip, but just before it, because you want to make sure that that blend, that ombre, is accurate, okay?
Monica says beautiful eyebrows.
Thank you, thank you. So this is what we got so far. And now I'm going to do some blending. So my favorite tools to blend with from Mary Kay are Blending Beauty Buff Powder Sponge.
Yes.
And our blending, this is another blending brush, the best, you guys. It's so soft. It's perfect for full face, and it's perfect for small, uncomfortable corners that's hard to get. So a tip for this blending brush: if you wet your sponge before you use it, you'll get the maximum amount of makeup off your face, and it'll cut down your blending time like in half. So I've wet my brush.
So you just wet it first?
Sponge. Yep, I wet it first.
Okay.
You wet it, you squeeze it. Squeeze out all the excess water. You just really want it damp. The sponge grows. So it'll have started off pretty small, but as you can see, I use my sponge. It expands. So yeah. It expands. So now I'm just gonna go in. I use the tip, squeeze it to give myself an angle, and I just pat underneath my eyebrow. And I pat in small, just tapping motions, in and out. So you start on your eyelid, you come up a little bit. So as you can see, I'm getting all this blending into my eyelid. Let me make sure my headphones are secure. And you do the same for the top. So we're blending. Now there's never so much as such thing as over blending because you want it to look natural. Blending really makes it blend in with your skin, of course, and gives you a finished look without being harsh and having obvious drawn on vibes. So we've got that. And this is where we're at so far. So now I'm going to go in with our spoolie that's on the other end, that brush we just used for concealer. And I'm just going to go directly on the eyebrow, brushing up and out. Carefully though, because you don't want to add any makeup that shouldn't be there. But you can also use this to fix and remove if you need to.
Yes, Cirilla, thank you. Never thought about squeezing it to get into corners. Yes, Laura. I'm telling you, I learn something new every Monday. I hope y'all do too, okay? That's why I got to bring guest speakers because people really are doing the thing with Mary Kay makeup, all right? And so I just had to show the world.
So this is where we're at so far. And of course, it always takes less time as you get used to it. It's taking me a little longer because I'm going to go step by step and really give you an in-depth look of how to get it there and step by step down to the strokes. So the next thing that I do, so now you could leave it like this, but you know, I'm a little extra and I love sparkles and I want to add some highlighter to give it a little arch, a little bling, you know, because that's my business. So we have several things. We have several things that we can use as a highlighter. We have highlighter, you know, actual highlighters. But one of my favorite things for under eye is actually our liquid eyeshadow. This is Light Beam.
Oh, the new liquid eyeshadows. Yes. Oh, it's Lightning Beam, right?
Yes, this is Light Beam. This is the shade Light Beam.
Sick in a good way for those who don't know the slang lingo.
Let's get into this tip. It looks almost like a lip gloss brush, but it gives you, you know, ability to put it directly on your eyebrow. However, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. So slow the roll on this one because we're going to go back to our handy dandy precision brush. So remember we talked about these wipes? I also have some Mary Kay brush cleaner. I'm just going to clean this because I want to use this tip to really be able to get a defined look from that instead of just using that tip because it's a little wide for what I'm going for. And it's really just going to go right here in my arch and maybe inner eye. So I'm just cleaning my brush right now. It was filthy. Add a bunch of product on it, but this brush cleaner does it. So you just spray a little bit of brush cleaner on there, wiggle it out. I just squeeze my brush a little bit on the dry part, and boom, clean. So now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to use the tip of this to just get some color on the very tip and take that color and dab it right here where my arch is. And this gives you height and some dimension in your eyebrows. So just gonna add a little more. And as you can see, it really brings out the eyebrow. Now I tap and I blend it down just like we did the foundation to make it, you know, blend into your eye, but just not as far. So you put it right in this arch and blend it down. And now you have some highlighter there. Just enough.
Nice. So that just gave you a pop. That gave you a pop. Yeah, we learned about the pop last week in the inner corner, and you did it under your eyebrow arch with our Light Beam liquid eyeshadows, y'all. Ooh, they come in a few different colors. And so she used that one for her pop.
Yeah, and then I have blushes if I wanted to use a powder. We have a few blush shades. I got a whole palette, guys. We have a few blush shades.
Yes, our palettes are amazing.
Honey Glow Blush is another really good one that I would use under eye. It's for a warmer outside look because it does have a bit of a peachy undertone. So you definitely want to use that when you're going to be in the sun. But yeah,
Yes,
this is for like
yes.
dinner. You know, you want to take pictures. It really pops, and you can definitely see from a mile away that you got some light going under there.
I love it. And did you say you could use the translucent powder too to finish it?
Yep. So we're getting there. So now we got to counteract this light a little bit with our translucent powder. So the translucent powder comes in a surplus. This is something that you will have for a while. I just turn it upside down and shake it a little bit before you open it. So you don't have to go through the hassle trying to tap it and get it up there. And because it's, you know, very well controlled. This is a new bottle, so I got to take this off. Hold on 1 second.
And I also love our eyebrow gel. Our brow gel, like I know that it's a goodie. It's an oldie but a goodie, all right? And this eyebrow gel, it's, if I can get close, it's clear. And you just like literally hit the eyebrow with it. And it kind of sets the eyebrow in place. Look at me trying to do it with the camera. It's kind of hard to do. But you just sets the eyebrow in place. And so if you're in between arches, this is amazing because it will keep your eyebrow hairs exactly where you want it. It like freezes them in place. Okay, it's like they should call it freeze gel. Okay, but it's our eyebrow gel, and I love it. I love it. So if you don't have this one, listen, ask your consultant for it. And also, while she's getting her powder together, if you want like more of a permanent tint, you can use our volumizing brow tint. Okay, and this one is dark brunette, but it also comes in brunette. It comes in dark blonde. It comes in blonde. Again, based on whatever color your eyebrows are. And so you can, how she did it with a pencil, you can fill it in with our brow tints. Okay, and it actually comes with the brush. Can you want to see this? Light. It comes with a brush in it already where you can fill in the brow, and it's not permanent, right? So it's not forever, but it'll last for a few days, okay? And then you have your color just set, and so you can just fill in on top with the pencil. All right, Mo, you got that translucent powder ready to go?
Yes. So I am using our eye color brush. This is a limited edition set, that's why it's pink, but I love it. It's my favorite. And this is the eye color
Hey,
brush.
Gwen, she says, I really love those eyebrows. Kimberly says, I just bought some of the gel, but not sure how to use it. Kimberly, listen, I think Swilla might be your consultant. She will show you.
I have.
Okay, even better.
I'm about to get there. So I'm just adding a little bit of translucent powder. And yeah, it's going to look, you know, chalky. That's the point. You're putting on a lot of powder because this is called baking. So what this powder does is it sits here for a while. I'm just gonna do something else on my face. Like this is probably the time where after I just do my baking under my eyebrows, I start my under eye color correcting and that thing. So by the time I'm done with that, now I'm ready to wipe off the excess. And I'm gonna just go in with our eye blender brush, and I'm gonna use circular motions, going up and out to remove the excess powder. Because what this powder is doing is just soaking up the extra oil in the makeup and making sure that it doesn't crease up because it'll already be dry and it'll conform to your face. So even though I did my highlighting first, you can still see it because of the way that, you know, I just went around it and dragged it down into my eye crease in circular motions. So now that that's done and the rest of this done, the last thing that we do is we grab our brow gel. And with the brow gel, we're going to glue our brows in place. Let me just grab that.
I love it. It just freezes the brows. It freezes them in place. All the hard work you've done, it just sets it. Okay, it's like it's a liquid setting powder, but it's a gel.
Yes. So this is just to keep your brow where you put it. So it comes, and this looks like mascara. And I'm just gonna take it and lightly brush up and out, just like we did dragging down on the ends. And then I'm going to turn so you rotate the spoolie in your hand to make sure that you're using all the product on the spoolie. And then you just gently brush it where you want it to stay. And boom, that's an eyebrow.
Oh, wow. That's a wild brow. That's a wild brow. Yes, yes,
A
yes,
wild
yes, yes,
brow.
yes. Okay, wait a minute. We got to recap everything that you did because you did a lot, and you talked about a couple
Yeah.
other products too. But let's give some giveaways because we haven't done any giveaways yet. So let's do a couple of giveaways. I think I'm feeling generous. Okay, let's do some giveaways. And so I was looking and seeing some of the guests that commented, and so our first giveaway is gonna be this fantastic makeup remover, and this is the makeup mini because I love to travel sizes, and we have travel sizes of a lot of our products. And so I'm going to give this one. I think I saw Miss Veronica Bodu. I think she's a guest that is watching. So congratulations. Let me pick someone else. I think I'm going to choose Miss Rolanda Burnett. Congratulations, ladies. The two of you have won an oil-free makeup remover. And let's go ahead and do another giveaway while the giving is good. Let's do another one. And so Panorama, we talked about it. She didn't show you how to use it because we did go over that last week. But it's a new mascara from Mary Kay. And I think I'm going to give this one to Catherine Williams. I saw one of my customers on, girl. Congratulations. I'm going to give you a free Panorama. And let's see, another guest I think I saw on was Tammy Watts, I believe is a guest. Congratulations, Tammy. Now, if I called your name, let your consultant know. Finesse called my name for the free mascara or the free makeup remover, and they will get me they'll give me the information so I can get the product to your consultant and they will get it to you. Okay. Gorgeous brows. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you, Janiqua. Definitely want you all to know that we love and we honor all of our giveaways. Okay. So you will get your products as long as you are an actual guest watching this evening. And if not, no worries. We'll just keep it moving. I'll pick a couple more maybe at the end. But I want to kind of recap what we did. And I see you doing something now. What you doing now? You just finishing your face? What are you doing?
Right now, yep, I'm just doing what I would usually do with the rest of my makeup routine. I do color correcting because as you can see, you know, when I got bags, I'm a college student. Blame it on everything, coronavirus. So as you can see, I got some bags. So one of my favorite tips and tricks, and this is a secret, but you know, I gotta give ladies the goods. I do color correcting with lipstick. So instead of using your average, go to the store and find something, you know, we're all Mary Kay over here. So I use our Orange Mio lipstick. I love this lipstick also.
Oh, that was a limited edition lipstick. Orange Mio. Okay. What's another color they can use if they don't have that one?
You can also use red stiletto or red Roma. Those were two really good colors. But reds work. Most oranges work as long as it's no sparkles. Even if it's a luminous color, you can correct that with powder. So don't worry about it being dewy or wet looking if it's a lipstick. So as you can see, I've pretty much done my cover up here. I'll do it on the other eye as well so you all can see what I did. So I just take my Orange Mio. You all can see that I use it. I use it a lot. Yes, it's my favorite. And I dab and drag down a little bit. Right underneath here. Kind of a triangular motion. A soft triangle. And it should look like this. Yes, it looks crazy, but it's okay. We're not going to look like this forever. It's just a step. It's just a step. So we go back with our blending brush. And it's still moist. We just tap, tap, tap and blend it out so it's not super harsh. It just look a little red, you know. Make sure you look up and press close to those brows. We're doing another squeeze to get right in this crease. And right now I feel like, you know, it's a little patchy, so I want to add some more right here. So I'm going to go in and grab some more lipstick because you want to make sure that that color is very solid. So I just added another spot there. And I'm going to blend that out. And now that I blended that out, I'm just going to add some more of that foundation that I used that was on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to go over it. Because now that I've blended it out, I gave myself all the wiggle room that I needed to just throw some foundation on top of it and it do the rest of the concealing for me. So I've added some more makeup to my sponge. Look up, make sure you get in that corner. And make sure you blend all down the side of your nose, up your cheekbone. Never side, always up because you want to open up your face. So as you can see, it's a little brighter than this one, but that's because this hasn't oxidized yet. So eventually it'll look like this. And my bags are gone.
Oh, wow. Nice, nice, nice. And so let's just recap real quick because, man, does the time fly. Look, we come up on an hour and I still got to share some business tips with y'all. But let's go over everything that you did, okay? So you started out, if I can recap it accurately. First of all, we did the almond oil, right? And you used your brushes. You had your brush cleaner. You had your makeup remover. You had the cleansing cloths, which I love the cleansing cloths. And you can even put the makeup remover on the cleansing cloths. And then brush cleaner. Oh, look at you holding it up. So perfect. Okay. And then you had your almond oil, right? So you got a good oil to your skin. You used your eye primer. And you put it all over, even on top of the actual eyebrow, correct?
No, it's just underneath the brow. You just pat it. You can pat it a little bit into the under it, but just underneath it. And then there's one more thing. The reviving facial spray.
Oh yeah.
So this is usually my primer, but my face felt a little dry, so I used some oil instead because it's a little heavier. But usually I'll use my rejuvenating facial spray as a primer before the eye primer. And honestly, I use it right before I use my makeup finishing spray. And if I don't have it, I can use it in lieu of my makeup finishing spray. Because we have this powder on our face, I don't necessarily like the dry, like matte look specifically. I just want it to look muted, so not as dewy. So I go back in after I finish. And now I've given myself a dewy look, but not too dewy, so where it looks like I'm melting because it is hot outside, but just enough so where it looks natural. This looks like my skin.
Oh yeah, so you used our reviving facial spray, which was like a limited edition. So hopefully your consultant still has some. I do love it. And then also at the end of everything, you use the finishing spray too, right? The finishing spray, yes, which we talked about last week. This thing you make makeup on for hours, okay? So 12 hours, I believe, is the hold. And so you spray that finishing spray in like an X and a T zone, and it's a clear mist, and it really works wonders. It really, really does. And so now you're just going over translucent powder underneath where you had concealed under your eyes. Is that what it is?
Yep.
See, y'all got more than just brows today, okay? Y'all got little tips for under eye. Look, she's using lipstick to, listen, it's so many different ways that you can work this makeup thing. And so I love, love, love that we also can give you a little bit of skin tips along the way. And so if we're going to recap, so you said we were at the eye primer, and then after that, you started using your eyebrow pencil, which is of course Mary Kay. Everything is Mary Kay, right? To fill the brow, right?
Mm-hmm. Then we make sure you get your eyeliner brush specifically for this tip, and the spoolie that we turn at an angle to give you that control.
Love it, love it. And then you did a line underneath. You followed your brow line underneath, and you also did on top. And then instead of concealer, you actually used your foundation color with the end of our eyebrow brush to go underneath and around and kind of outline it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And then what'd you do after that? So we can just recap it for those who might have joined a little later.
After I lined my eyebrows, I did a little filling for where I found gaps. And then I did use my foundation as a concealer. I made a harsh line underneath, following my brow line, and really arched out my arch and covered up like stubborn hairs or things that weren't, waxed or plucked or what have you beforehand. You drag that down for easy blending. And then you go back in with your spoolie to brush your eyebrows out and blend that color properly. You follow up with some highlighter underneath to give you that pop in your arch and really give your face dynamics. So if you can look at my
Yes, come
face and
close
you
to the
can
camera,
see,
girl. Come close.
if you can see, this side of my face looks much more lifted than this side does because of the way that I added this highlight here and here in the inner corner. And I used my powder right here and I really carved out like in a heart shape around my eye. And so I've given myself a much more lifted look on this side. You can tell that I have a
Oh,
point,
I
I
love
have an
it.
arch here. And you can tell here that it's a little face, this is real. And this is just real,
Yeah.
but a little put together real, okay?
I love it. I love it. Well, look, you keep going and finish your face, and I'm gonna share some tips with everyone while we're on because we want to respect people's time. And so I know we
Okay.
have a couple of slides, but listen, if this is your first time hearing about Mary Kay makeup, listen, we want to tell you a little bit about it. And actually, before I go in, Mo, do you want to share why you decided to start your Mary Kay business on your 18th birthday? And so you've been in over a year now, right? A year and a half. You'll be 20 in December, right? So would you just
Yep.
share real quick why you decided to start your own Mary Kay business?
So I decided to join because, like she said, I'm a college student. That half off makeup sounds great to me. But in addition to that, I wanted to be able to make some extra cash, and I decided that I was going to do makeup part time down at school. And so it'd be better for me to be able to get my stock and, fuel and fund my own business theoretically by purchasing for myself to get all these products that I need and to also gain customers along the way. Much easier to do in school when you're doing faces and you can sell products, at a bargaining price more so, or going back and forth with people and being able to give it to them. A real life experience, like they use it now, they want it because I've done their face, so they buy it, and that's how you gain clientele. So yeah.
Yes, I love it. I just love it. Oh my goodness. And so we're gonna show you because Mary came out with some new cars. And so while she's finishing her face, we'll show y'all the finished product. I'm gonna just share a little bit with y'all. So Mary Kay has been in business for quite some time. And as she said, like 50% profit. Okay, who can get excited about that? It's the highest direct selling commission of any direct selling company. All right. And so we love that we can get products at half off. And Mary Kay came out with some new cars, y'all. Yes, they did. And so we're going to show y'all on this slide all the different cars that they just came out with because I'm excited about them. And as a college student, she can work to earn her free car, okay? As a consultant, you can work to earn your free car. That Chevy Malibu at the bottom corner, when we earned it, I actually was able to bless it to my mother. And so it's just a beautiful thing when you can be able to give someone a car, right? Just for working your business. And they pay a percentage of the insurance too, y'all. And so I was able to add my mom to the insurance. And so who could do without a car note, right? How much would you save? Is that tuition? Is that, like for some books for her, right? How much money would you save by not having to pay a car note and insurance?
Okay.
That's rent. Right? Okay. And as a director, we get to pick from any of the levels of cars. All right. And so you see, there's something for everyone. We even got something that the men are like too, if they want that big old Colorado crew cab. All right. That's a new one. We did new. These just came out. All right. We got the Camaro. We got the Chevy Traverse. We got the Chevy Equinox. We got the Cadillac XT5. And the Traverse actually has a third row seating. And then you have the Cadillac XT6, which also has a third row seating. And our Nationals, you get the Cadillac Escalade. And if you don't want the car, there are cash options, right? That you can, if you earn the car, you can take the cash every month. So how amazing is that you can take the cash? And so if you're wondering, hey, this looks fun. Like I could do this. I could use a 50% discount. I could use some tax write-offs. I could use a little extra income. Listen, Mary Kay is so amazing that we came up with, or their company has come up with a special start price. And so we're going to show y'all that next slide. But how you get started is easy. You can start with the normal $100 kit, which comes with everything you need to have a class or a party the next day. So you can be your own best customer, and you can also have demo products of the skincare, a little bit of makeup in there, all of our CC creams, which are phenomenal, and 5 of our CC creams cover all shades. Or you could do the E-Start. And the E-Start It's just $30. Now, this is new. This had never been done before, but because of the situation, the pandemic, and Mary Kay is so good to change with the times that you can see that eStart, $30, you're going to get your websites and your credit card processing abilities with ProPay for an entire year, y'all, for $30. And you become a consultant. Like, it don't get better than that. So you can do one or the other, or if you want it all, you can do both, okay? And you get everything. You get the kit and the demos and the samples and the lookbooks and receipts and mirrors and trays. And then you also have the ability to work your business virtually right away, to work your business virtually. I tell people I make money in my sleep, right? Because Mary Kay has it where someone can go to your website, place an order, and then they will ship the product to the customer for you if you so choose. And you're an active consultant. And so I do that all the time. And so I wake up and I made money in my sleep because one of my 600 customers has gone online and they place an order. All right. And so I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, Laura, the company is so awesome. And so if you want to hear a little more information, we have a special that we're doing in our Miracle area, and your consultant might have something that they have going on too. So we're all our own bosses. So everyone runs different specials, but you want to hear more if you haven't heard enough and you want to hear a little more. We want you to listen for a lip gloss or a lipstick. And so that is me in the middle. And that's my fabulous team, some of them. And that's Tiffany and Dom, she did the last week's class. So if y'all missed that one, go back and watch it because Dom put the thing down, okay? And then we got Pavi. So these are real beauty consultants, right? And so you can listen for a free lip gloss or lipstick and just hear the facts about the business. Get your questions answered. Don't have to say what if or how or, how does this work? Because, man, we make a great profit, but we also make money when we build our teams. And we love, love, love to build our teams. And so I always have to share the business opportunity whenever I can. And so I know that some of you might be thinking like, wow, I didn't even know Mary Kay, had products for all skin shades. I didn't even know Mary Kay was, young people use Mary Kay. Yes, yes, and yes, okay? We have something for everyone. I don't care what your skin complexion is. I don't care how old you are. We have something for you in skincare and in makeup. And Mary Kay, we actually have the largest fleet of free cars, okay, on the road, only second to the United States government. Did y'all know that, right? Mary Kay, the pink Cadillac is an iconic symbol. It's only second to the Coca-Cola symbol, y'all, okay? Mary Kay is top 10 in the world. Our business plan is studied at Harvard, University of Chicago, which is my alma mater. It's studied at Columbia, Yale. Why? Because Mary Kay has made the most 6- and 7-figure earnings of any company in the world, not just the U.S., the world, okay? So we have fun, but we make our money too, y'all, okay? And so if you want to know more, please don't hesitate to ask the person who invited you today to put you on the phone with them so that they can get what we call a career talk done with you, and you can listen for a lip gloss for the free. And Mo, let us know when you're ready to show us your finished look. I know she's still working on her look now and doing it, and we are coming up on our hour. And so if you all have any last questions or comments, please don't hesitate to type them in the comments, and make sure that you all are ready and tuning in every Monday, okay, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our hashtag Makeup Mondays. And next week, oh yes, let's show you the flyer for next week. Next week, okay, we're doing eye care, okay? Ooh, we got some goodies. We're going to talk about our beautiful hydrogel eye patches and different things you can do to take care of your eyes, all right? And we have the lovely Makita K, all right? Makita K is going to be the makeup artist that we're featuring, and she's actually a brand new car driving sales director in Mary Kay. And then, of course, there's me, Inez K. And so I know that you all are going to say this. You go lock it in, and every Monday you just gonna let me do a party for you in your class, in your group. You're gonna do a Zoom party. You can share it. You can share it in your Facebook group. You can share it, etc. And so we love that you took the time to tune in with us. Okay, Mo, you back? Let's see. Give us a close up so we can see what you're looking like now. I know you're. Huh? Oh, you're using the mascara now. That's that Panorama.
Yeah, the best.
Hold the camera up. There we go. And the Panorama actually has three brushes in one, y'all. Three brushes in one. And so you can use it. The tip, can y'all see? I'll get close. The tip, the hourglass, and the comb feature. So 3 ways you can use this brush. And you can do multiple layers. And you can also put the lash primer on first and then put the mascara on if you really want it to stay and really want that boom. Like I only put on like one coat today, but you see she's really going in. So her lashes are looking more and more defined. Rolanda says, Mo and Inez Jones, you both did a wonderful job. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you won something. Didn't I call your name earlier? I think I might have. Congratulations. And so you're doing your mascara, and while we were off camera, you just finished your foundation. Is that what you did?
Yep, I just went through and did my other eyebrow. Finished.
Okay, let us see you. Let us see you.
I'm just gonna throw in a little lipstick. This is our
what color lipstick is
blush. This is Blush Velvet.
Blush Velvet. And I got on rockin' red lip gloss today, y'all. Y'all know I love my red. All right, come close. Kimberly says, I picked up some excellent tips. Oh, thank you for being a loyal. Kimberly's on every week, y'all. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Oh, look at you. She cute. Look, brows on fleek. I love it. Oh, beautiful. And so that's a very natural look. Can y'all see? Like, it's very natural. You don't have on any eyeshadow either, right? It's just the foundation?
Nope. So that's the fun thing about baking and then blending it down into your eyelids is that you don't need a foundation anymore. You don't need an eyeshadow right there because you give yourself that depth and that curve with the translucent powder.
Yeah, come close to the camera. And so the only eyeshadow you did use was the light beam, that liquid light beam, and you did underneath your arch and your inner corners to give you a little bit of a pop. Yes. And oh my gosh. I mean, it looks natural, but it definitely looks defined. And that brow is a wild brow. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. We went a few minutes over, but it was worth it. Okay. It was worth it. And I love doing these. And I hope you do. Please spread the word. All right. Hashtag it, @Symbol it, click that share button, spread the word, because we want more. We want more people to watch, more people to learn. And if you want to be featured, send me an inbox if you are, good at doing some of these makeup tricks and tips. So we can learn. I believe knowledge is power and we can all learn from each other. And so this has been your Makeup Monday, your hashtag Makeup Monday. And Mo, thank you. You know I love you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for being here and teaching us all your cute tips. And look, I love that you got the Mary Kay One Woman Can shirt on. I was like, oh, that's so perfect. That's one of my favorite shirts. Yes. And so One Woman Can. And we are so grateful Mary Kay Ash created this company that's based on faith first, family second, career third. And so we love to have you. We are growing. All right, everybody, we're growing teams. And so reach out to your person that you invited you today or however you're watching this live stream and tell them, I want everything she put on. I want it all. And then we'll get it for you, okay? Go to their website. And if you're my consultant or my customer, you can go to my website, my Mary Kay website, marykay.com/Inez Jones. And I love that you all are here. So keep tuning in on Mondays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our Makeup Mondays with Mary Kay. And you can also catch me live on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook @Inez K Jones for Thursdays. Thursdays at 8 p.m. I go live on different topics. And the one coming up is going to be on dating and courting from a woman's perspective. Okay, so we get it in, all right, with different topics, but there is a gamut and array of things. And so thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time. We don't take it lightly because we know time is money. And so I hope you learned something good and new, and maybe a tip or trick that you didn't know before. So we appreciate your time, and that's all, folks. So we'll see you next week for our hashtag Makeup Mondays with Mary Kay. Inez K Jones. Good night, y'all.